Hello and welcome back. I am Reverend Dr. Lori Williams, and today I want to talk to you about a preconceived notion that I think a lot of people seem to have on the internet. This is just something that I have been seeing more and more on social media, and I wanted to address it from a spiritual perspective because I think, well, I know spiritual perspectives are definitely a lot different than societal reasoning. And this is nothing to do with societal expectation. It's 100% from a spiritual perspective. And that is that our parents are not meant to build us into the person that we are as an adult. That is not their job. That's not what they're here for. Unfortunately, I've been seeing a lot of posts talking about, like my parents did me wrong and my parents did this and my parents did that. And realistically, we learn as human beings, we learn our lessons, our soul lessons, from two different experiences. One is having the thing that we are trying to learn. So say if what we're learning is, let's say we're learning nurturing. Nurturing is actually nurturing. The opposite of that would be abandonment in this situation. And you have one parent that is very super nurturing to you. That parent is showing you what nurturing looks like, feels like, those kinds of things. And then you have another parent that has abandoned you. That parent is equally teaching you something just as valuable as the parent that is actually still in your life and is nurturing you. They're teaching you what you don't want to be. So for us to learn a lesson on a human level, we need to learn from the valuable, the good, or the value in the good, but there's also value in what we perceive as being bad, abandonment being bad. The truth of it is we're learning the full lesson through both of those parents. If you've had two parents that, very, very different, one was there, one was raising you, one was full-time in your life, and the other one was absent, they're both teaching you opposite sides of the exact same lesson. And both of them are just as valuable in your soul progression and in your life. We unfortunately tend to get to become adults and think that, oh, my parents did me such a disservice because, this parent wasn't there, or this parent did this, or this parent didn't do this. And yes, although it is our trauma that we did not ask for, we are 100% responsible for healing it. We're 100% responsible for fixing the things that they couldn't give us. Because let's face it, our parents, at the end of the day, are people. They're just people. They're flawed the same way you and I are. They make mistakes. They make choices that wasn't necessarily in the best interest of everyone involved. Or maybe they made mistakes and, until you know what has been going on in their life at that time to cause them to make that mistake, you would never fully understand the reason behind the abandonment, for an example. So this video is a reminder, and if you don't already know, I'm teaching you, hopefully, that when you give your power away and say, oh, this person did this to me, A, you're staying in victim mode, and B, you're giving your power away. And neither one of those is beneficial to you in the slightest. Healing cannot take place in victim mentality. If you're struggling to heal, check out the areas that you may feel like you're victimizing yourself and you're staying in that victim mode. Oftentimes we do this without even knowing it. I actually caught myself in victim mode just this past summer. And I've been doing this work for over 10 years and I still find that it happens. It can happen to anyone. It's, we go through our life with the same habits, same beliefs and things like that until we challenge them, and we may not necessarily realize that those beliefs and the programming that we have is keeping us stuck in victim mentality, but it definitely does. It's definitely a possibility. But you can't heal and grow and evolve when you're in victim mentality. Now, the thing that we tend to do as human beings, we feel as though our parents have not given us the things that we need. And then we go on to find relationships with the expectation. This can be completely unconscious, like an unconscious thought on your part as well. We go into relationships trying to find those things that we feel like our parents didn't give us, But in actuality, our goal, the true path of this lifetime is for us to give that to ourselves. It's for us to wake up and realize that only Lori can do for Lori. Whatever Lori doesn't feel that she got from her mom, Lori needs to do that. Whatever Lori feels that she didn't get from her father, Lori needs to do that. We have to give ourselves the things that we feel like we need, because the truth of it is everyone's always only coming from their own programming and their own need. So let's say, for an example, if you're in a romantic relationship and your significant other doesn't give you the care, the nurturing, the attention, and things like that that they need, the reason has nothing to do with you. It's because they don't need those things. And you're probably sitting there being like, okay, well, that's great that they don't need them, but I do. But the thing is until you tell them that that's what you need, then they're not going to know it. They're not going to know that, because we only act from a place of what we need. So I will love in a way that I need to be loved. If someone needs a different form of love from me, or for me to show it differently, I need to be taught that. I need to be shown, hey, this is not effective for me. And can I, I can always try, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to love people in the way that they need to be loved. Because that's not my job either. It's nobody outside of ourselves is responsible for giving ourselves the love, the attention, the care, the understanding, the compassion, the grace, the forgiveness. All of that stuff is on us. If you have people outside of yourself that can give you those things, then you are blessed beyond blessed. But at the end of the day, it's only us that can give us those things. And the more you look for somebody outside of yourself to give you any of those, the more you're actually abandoning yourself. You're letting yourself down time and time again. And a lot of the time when you're upset or hurt or angry at someone else because you feel as though they've let you down, it's actually because you've let yourself down. You're actually angry at yourself, but you're taking that out on someone else. So I just want you to consider this in all of your relationships. What are you, trying to project onto somebody else, versus what are you taking responsibility for and going within and healing at the depth and giving yourself that thing that you feel like you need? Because at the end of the day, I promise you, no one else is going to be your greatest love affair except yourself. That self-love is a next level thing that you don't get it unless you experience it. And I mean, even the journey to self-love is a journey of itself too, right? It's I can't say it's a hard journey. It's not necessarily a hard journey, but it's when you're so used to looking at everything outside of you for the love and the affection that you crave so deeply, it's hard to be able to change that belief structure. And that is the journey of changing the things that you've looked outside of yourself for all your life, and start looking within for those things and say, like, you know what? I can love everybody else. I can love myself too. It's not like you're unlovable. I promise you, you're not unlovable. So I want to just convey this message to you, to stop giving your power away to other people. Your healing, everything that you need in this lifetime, it's all within you. You already have it. You don't need anything or anything from anyone, or you don't need anyone in your life to give these things to you. You are fully capable of doing this for yourself. And the sooner you do it, the happier you're going to be. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you back here next time.